Good morning, students. Today we will start with a new chapter called machine. Okay. So what is machine? Just before starting the machine, I want to say something. That means I think many of you have seen the movie called Three Idiots. So they are actually one professor asked what is machine to Rancho the Stanchion. Okay. So actually the definition that given by Rancho is machine is actually it is a device which reduces human effort. Okay, so it is a very in general definition. It is a very in general definition, and actually you can see this is actually the machine. That means I can give the example. That is what is calculator. Calculator is a machine, and it just calculate the huge calculation in just a second. Okay, so it reduces human effort. Okay, now some examples in the book it is given. That means the calculator it is a complex machines. In our syllabus we don't have these complex machines. Okay, in our syllabus that the thing that is having it is the simple machine. Okay, now I have given some of the example of simple machines. Okay, that means what is wrench? Wrench it looks like this. That means wrench is used to fasten the screw. To fasten the screw. That means if I put the wrench inside the screw and just put the effort here, what will happen? The screw will get tightened. Now instead of wrench, if I use our hand to fasten the screw, then what will happen? It becomes very much tedious for us. Okay, we cannot tighten the screw like this with our hand. Okay, we can put the effort, and if we use the wrench, then we can easily fasten the screw, and it will be good for us. Okay, good for the work also. Okay, crowbar it looks like this. Now actually this crowbar is used to lift the heavy load, to lift the heavy object. Suppose a heavy stone is there, suppose a heavy block of stone is there. Now if I put the effort like this, that means if I just if I want to push the heavy object, then what will happen? It is very much tedious for us. We have to give a lot of force, then only it will displace. Okay, now instead of this, if we use crowbar, and this edge should be, we have to put this edge inside this two surface. Okay, and put the effort here, So what we have to do? We have to put the edge of this crowbar inside the block and the surface, and put the effort here. What will happen? The block will get fit easily. So in this case, the effort we need is very much less than the previous one. So obviously this crowbar, it helps to lift the heavy object, and this machine also reduces the human effort. Now take about the example of pulley. We all know that pulley it helps us to take out water from the well. Okay. Now instead of pulley, if you simply pull the bucket, then obviously it will be very much tedious for us. Okay, so pulley is used to lift the water from the bucket, and it changes the direction of effort. Suppose from the well we are taking out the bucket of water. Effort is like this. That means effort is upward, and the load is downward. Then what will happen? Effort is upward and load is downward. That means we have to do the work against the gravity. Now in this case, here actually the load is downward only. Load means weight. Load means here the load is the weight of the bucket and the water. So the load is downward and effort is also downward. Okay. So what will happen in this case? What will In this case, what you have to do? The effort is upward, that means it changes the direction of the effort. In this case, the effort is upward and load is downward. That means we have to do the work against the gravity. and it becomes very much tedious for us. Okay. Now in this case, this pulley, the effort is downward and load is also downward, and it actually pulley is changing the direction of the effort, and it makes us convenient for do the work. Okay. So this pulley is also a simple machine which reduces the human effort, or which helps us to do the work. Okay. So these are some examples of the machine, okay, where we can